My nerves are shot, bro. I hate dumb niggas that get on TikTok live and think they have power. So fucking annoying. Yeah. Um, Won that bitch clean. Nah, bro. I still don't understand where that even came from. I was just saying, bro, stop trying to involve yourself in conversations that don't like that don't. We're not involving you right now. It was just me and Zeta having a conversation on TikTok live, and this nigga wanted to be involved so bad he just kept chiming in. And then somebody said randomly, "Let's go band for band." I pulled my money up. This nigga showed nothing. So I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, nah. On to what today's subject is. I seen some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Some shit I'm gonna make a video out of. Some I won't. But I really can't stand like dummies that get on TikTok live and then like hide behind their perms and talk over you and make it seem like they're correct and they're not. Why the fuck is historic masterpieces in? Like, what's in it? What the fuck? Oh shit, I'll revive that. But this is a nigga named Devon the Boss. Already tell you I'm getting the hoes. But this nigga named Devon the Boss. He basically is going around like giving Dragon Ball takes, but essentially he doesn't want anyone uh like commenting or responding to him that can challenge his opinion. So essentially, if you challenge what he has to say, he'll block you or like he'll over talk you the whole time and then block you or drop you and then he'll try to like prove his point while you're dropped. It's just so fucking dumb. So I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. Watch. I'm gonna go into his chat right now. He's gonna be in there talking the dumbest of shit. He's making random points. I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean, and then we're gonna get into the actual meat and potatoes of the thing. I keep forgetting there's stuff that I can really like. There's videos I can really be making, but at the same time, I'm lazy, so I should be working on that tier list video, but that's gonna come later. Fuck you mean maximum attempts reach? Think of what? Bro, what the fuck? Never mind. I guess that's a bust. But yeah, nah, this nigga's terrible. Like, bro, there's no redeeming qualities in how he debates. He's actually ass. But yeah, I don't know. That nigga's terrible. All right, let's get to what we came to do. A little. Y'all see the takes on the screen. If you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. Um, uh, is there any good videos? Things I'm be doing right now. What the fuck, bro? What does this mean? What is lore accurate Goku? What the hell? What does that mean? Can somebody explain that to me? I don't get it. Maybe I'm lost. I'm not in the loop, but I don't get it. What does that mean? Like no in character shit? Like just if Goku was to like just be on kill mode the whole time or something? The fuck does that mean, bro? Zephyr proves why Goku versus Gojo is not close. How far would Ichigo Kurosaki get in Dragon Ball realistically? All right, I ain't gonna lie. Um, I'm currently in the separation of the Thousand Year Blood War, so I'm not caught up all the way, and I don't want to get fucking spoiled. So, if that happens, I will end up shooting somebody in their sternum, and it's not gonna be a good thing. So, uh, yeah. Also, I called that Ichigo was a Quincy and that his mom was a Quincy a long ass time ago. I'm a genius. Um, because again, there was no way they was trying to make Quincy so important in the first arc and like how it tied back to Ichigo so important in the first arc. Never mind, I'm rambling. All right, I don't see any good videos to debunk. I guess fine. All right, fine. Uh, since there is no video that I could really like debunk right now, Paper Print sent me Von Key shit. He sent me the Von Key. What's the name? Fucking Majin Buu is not universal from Von Key. Yeah, me and Zed already took turns, tag team Von Key. So I just wanted to see if the arguments got any better. They probably haven't. Um, yeah, let's see. All right. Let me put my headphones on real quick. All right, chat. Go switch.
Starting with the manga, Boo has a few statements that he would destroy the universe, but the issue is that there is zero evidence that he would have done it quickly or in one shot.
That's actively wrong. If you look at the original translation for the kanji and for the raws, it's verbatim stated that he'll make the entire universe go ba. Ba is a sudden, if not instant, automatopoeia openly describing something that happens very, very fast or quickly and instant. So again, I really don't understand why this was even an argument that was even made. And for those that need a reference, I got you. I'm just gonna make this clear because I already did the translations like a long ass time ago. I don't know if Chad can see this. You can. You most likely can. All right. So again, exactly strongly implies a sudden explosive event, not a slow systematic process. Here's why onomatopoeia used for instantaneous things, or is an onomatopoeia used for instantaneous things like an explosion, a blast, something suddenly breaking apart or being blown away. So when Goku says or this shit, he's imagining the entire universe being destroyed in an instant, like a flash of total annihilation, not a gradual collapse. So again, and this is what the phrases would be if it was talking about something that is slow, methodical, and stretched over time. More on that, these do not have to intrinsically be connected to this. Goku can be given he can be giving a completely different assessment of power and like a different thing. Like you know how multiple statements can lead to the consistency of one overarching message. Now I'm saying this statement right here can be conveying a different message. It doesn't have to be in line with that consistency towards the message of him going across Gadget gradually and just destroying it. He can obviously just one shot it if he wanted to, based on the statement.
And in fact, both Boo's backstory and the Boo saga would suggest otherwise, with the context of any destruction that we see or hear Boo cause always being over time. Furthermore, most, if not all, of the statements are only in reference to Boo destroying the life in the universe. Of course, there is the infamous Boo statement that every single world tier uses, but the issue is that this is a mistranslation by Huns. The raw Japanese and the official translation do not.
Yeah. All right. Back to what I was saying. The kanji for poof isn't present in this statement yet. Oh my fucking god, Holy shit. Um, again, off of inference speaking, that's not what's stated. It's done for. Yeah, no. Okay, so this is the complete issue with AI translators or just translators in general. When it comes to translators, 9 times out of 10, they typically use inference or linguistic substitution to essentially make it roll off the tongue better or sound more cohesive in an English speaking language. So when it comes down to these translators, you have to ask them to translate literally. Get the literal kanji, the literal translation of the kanji, not what they're inferring or substituting to make fit better. You feel me? So again, I'll show you a prime example, right? We'll go to my chat GPT right now and I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Y'all gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. All right? Give me like 2 seconds while I pull this scan up. Shouldn't take too long. Okay. Here's the kanji. All right. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I know I said that before. My bad, chat. So if I was just to like randomly open up a chat GPT, right? Hold up. Let me open it up now. All right. So as you can see here, I got the kanji, right? Now, if I was just to randomly plug this in and just say translate, see what I'm saying? Right? Now, if you ask to put it literally, give me the most literal translation. Like, do you see my point? And then when we kick it back to this scan up here about ba, when it talks about this, like you see my point. See this right here? Like this is literally just substitution. This is just substitution done for this phrase right here. Because again, how the fuck do you put this in Japanese? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like the same kanji referring to something sudden and explosive. Like I don't see how Vonki is missing the point here. But okay, good on him.
To contain anything synonymous with the word poof, nor anything indicating a time frame. So as far as the manga goes, Boo does not get past solar system level, scaling from Cell. Moving on to the Z anime.
Nigga, what? Okay, I'm gonna keep
Boo has the
keep
same
holding off.
statements which, given the context, can be attributed to him destroying the universe over time. The anime supports this notion even more than the manga, considering the fact that we have many different flashbacks of Boo destroying the universe over time. And we also
Yeah, that's not. Oh my fucking god. Okay, those scans are not in relation to the statement of him destroying the universe over time. That's not what it's about. Um, again, or not even that. The statement that we're talking about is the poof statement, or him making the universe like done for or finished. The statement that Goku makes, especially in this episode, right? That statement is not backed by these instances. This right that's not what this is backed by. This is during Fat Boo. This is literally during the Fat Boo instance. Um, and this is literally a flashback to when he just did this on a whim for enjoyment purposes. That has nothing to do with an actual massive destructive capacity or him trying to exert full force energy. Where'd you get that from? What? All right, Vonky, we're off to a great start.
destruction and thus seeing planets getting blown up one after another prior. So given the contextual evidence, we can determine that this is most likely an overtime destruction feat. Now, the anime does have 3 anime exclusive feats, which a lot of people often bring up. Number 1, Kid Buu was going to destroy Grand Chaos Planet, which is supposedly comparable to Heaven. Number 2, Goku and Kid Buu were destroying the Kaioshin realm, which is comparable to the macrocosm in size. Number 3, Buhan's Vice Shout breached the dimensional walls and was going to cause a chain reaction destroying the universe. Argument number 1. Grand Chaos Planet is not comparable to Heaven in any way. We quite literally see it's a small planet not much different from King Kai's, with a building and trees being visible from its wide shots.
It's still dimensionally above. It's still dimensionally above the living world, so I really couldn't be asked. Like, who gives a fuck? It's a 5D planet. Wow, 6D planet that didn't defeat any point that was being made. Wow, the fuck. Anyway, moving on.
fact, when Goku first sees the planet, he says that it's much smaller than he expected, but it's still bigger than King Kai's planet. Doesn't make much sense in the context of a universe-sized planet now, does it?
What? Huh? Wait. You didn't provide any reasoning towards that. You just Goku calling it small doesn't matter.
And all of those shots people use to claim it's comparable can simply be argued as Grand Chaos Planet being much closer to our point of view than Heaven was. There is no basis that...
Hold on, so now you're about point of view and perspective, but just before when it came to when it came to Frieza and being Galaxy, you had no such response to that. Get the fuck. Yo, this is what I'm talking about when people selectively argue like that. That's bad faith. You choose whether or not you want to believe the argument. Like, I agree that the ROF movie is canon, but or to the manga, but the Battle of Gods movie, it's a maybe because even if in chapter 3 there's a note from the editor that says if you'd like to enjoy the party, then check that. The party never had the movie never had a party. I don't care. Like retroactive inclusion, cool. That changes nothing about the argument or it being canon. Cool. Do I really have to keep watching this? Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But this goes to show and prove that like people just get fame and like notoriety off of hating on Dragon Ball and saying dumb shit. So you know, he's always got some bad news, man. Man, goddamn. Um, do we have to keep? We don't gotta talk about Dragon Ball all the time. I mean, we really don't. I really don't have to do that. Let me see. I'm probably gonna be in here for like 10, 15 more minutes, and I'm gonna go work on the tier list videos. But for right now, y'all seen The Boys? Cause we got Gen V coming next month. That shit gonna be fire. That shit is gonna be fire. Also, I think Soldier Boy is stronger than Homelander. Fight me. I really don't give a fuck. Fight me, nigga. Let's see. Who we got? Huh. Let's do this. Click.
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your
So it's come to my attention that there is yet again another trending Dragon Ball debate, and let's just say it is not better than any of the last ones, because of course people have to start pushing false narratives and agendas and then start claiming it as absolute facts. The debate in question that I'm talking about, as you already see with the video, is Vegito from the Goku Black Arc versus Kefla from the Tournament of Power. In my opinion, both arguments from both sides are actually just as equally as terrible and should not be used to deduce on which character is stronger, as they're just absolutely horrible. So for this video, I'm gonna give my full honesty with the actual proof, with the actual evidence, the concrete evidence on which character is actually stronger. Starting off with Kefla, because I want to make things interesting for all the newcomers. Kefla's arguments is that she almost killed Ultra Instinct Goku with her beams, and these beams are directly stated that if they hit Goku, he will in fact die. This would mean that Kefla's beams do in fact scale to Ultra Instinct Goku, and prior in Omen 1, Goku in Ultra Instinct was forcing Jiren to use more of his power than he had prior, and prior Jiren was displaying power that was beyond anything that Supreme Kai has seen before. Supreme Kai has in fact seen the power of Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, so with the chain scale, this would mean that Jiren is stronger than Vegito, Ultra Instinct Goku is relative to suppressed Jiren, and Kefla would be able to kill Ultra Instinct Goku with her beams, so Kefla must be stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. But the flaws with this argument is that even though it's valid, there are priors from the anime that actually prevent this from being the case. And in this video, I'm going to label for why, in my opinion, Vegito actually beats Kefla. The first thing that we need to consider in this debate is the fact that Kefla is fighting a weakened Goku, and Goku activating Ultra Instinct does not fix this problem at all. So if Goku is slower, weaker, but still has Ultra Instinct, it doesn't guarantee that Kefla is stronger than Omen 1 Goku or suppressed Jiren. If any,
That's not necessarily the case. We've already been over this, but I'm gonna say it again for the chat. This would then actively be you presupposing that the nerfs that he receives via his stamina would essentially put him below his UI Omen 1 self or put him on that level. And there is nothing granting that, nothing substantiating that. As a matter of fact, Goku is verbatim stated to, again, be gaining more of a handle and an understanding of Ultra Instinct. He stated to be ascending higher in limit breaking through one of his shells. Again, his self-limiting shells is what's keeping him from progressing through Ultra Instinct, not necessarily what's stopping him from getting into it in the first place. The progression is the problem. So again, I didn't really understand why he was trying to substantiate how like UI Omen 2 is just like so dropped in stamina to where he'd be below UI Omen 1. I just don't see any granting for that. But yeah.
anything, all this solidifies is that Kefla's power is in between Omen 2 and Omen 1. This is further backed up as Whis comments that Kefla's power is on par with the Spirit Bomb when she's a Super Saiyan, and Champa comments how Goku would easily defeat Kefla if Goku was at full strength, implying that Omen 1 completely bodies Super Saiyan 1 Kefla and likely Super Saiyan 2.
Off what? Yeah, I agree. Super Saiyan 1 Kefla can be bodied. That's fine. But 2, you have not shown any granting for that. More on that. Again, full powered UI Omen 1. Again, that's fine. And that can be above the suppressed UI Omen 2. That's cool. But Goku does not receive full power UI Omen 1 at all in the Tournament of Power. When he touches UI Omen 1, he's suppressed. So even if we're trying to say that a full-powered UI Omen 1 would cook Kefla, and that's backed by Champa, that's valid, but that is a Goku we've never seen before. So, with that stated, it doesn't really categorically help towards any kind of argument. Like, sure, full-powered UI Omen can be above Super Saiyan 1 Kefla, but that's not the Goku that's not UI Omen that Goku uses. Like, that's not the UI Omen he uses. He's suppressed, or like weakened, when he fights Jiren. Now, again, he can get even more suppressed as time passes, but then he gets limit-breaking power. So you would then need to provide why that power is still being overshadowed by that nerf to the point where he'd be below the output of UI Omen 1 during the fight with Jiren. And to that, I've seen nothing.
This also indirectly implies that the power gap between the Spirit Bomb and Ultra Instinct was insanely massive. Kefla is likely a little bit stronger with the Spirit Bomb when it comes to Super Saiyan 2, but overall, I don't really think she has any good multipliers going for her. With all of those quantifiers established, I don't really believe that Kefla in Super Saiyan 2 is going to be able to beat Ultra Instinct Omen 1 Goku, but she would be able to kill Ultra Instinct Omen 2 Goku if the beams hit him. Funny how none of this scales to suppress Jiren, only Omen 1 Goku scales to suppress Jiren, so this is very bad for these.
What? Okay, again, See my point? He's trying to say that this UI Omen 2 does not touch the power of suppressed Jiren. Off what? Like, I pretty much deconstructed every point beforehand. And then he's probably gonna tap into the Zamasu point and how like Zamasu claims to be at the pinnacle of all, like of man and God, which again is cool, but granted, why is that like why is there like intrinsic truth value in the statement? A statement can be given that doesn't mean the statement is inherently true. Especially when it's like when it's coming from statements like when it's coming from niggas who make statements like I'm the supreme ultimate divine justice. Clearly not, as someone by the name of Zeno quite literally came down and gave you supreme divine judgment up the ass. But again, that's all I'm saying. What do you think about Broly versus Jiren? Who wins? People say Jiren, but others say Broly. In the anime, it's just downright confirmed that Broly's the strongest in his legendary or his full power Super Saiyan state. He's actively confirmed to be the strongest along with Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. So again, they beat over full power Jiren respectively. Uh, if we're talking about like suppressed versus suppressed, um, honest to God, that's a hard one to call. I have to go back and rewatch the Tournament of Power fully to give that explanation. But when it comes to full power versus full power, Broly just slams. But yeah, there's that. Good look, Zeta. You know, good video type shit. Yeah, something's been going on with Totally Not Mark. That nigga been losing belt. Could Homelander kill a Viltrumite? Hell no. Homelander got impaled. Bro, Homelander literally got stabbed by a steel rod from somebody with enough concussive force to fucking bend a filing cabinet in half. That's it. That's it. All Maeve did was cave in a filing cabinet drawer. That is it. Like, so again, I really don't get how anyone is trying to assert that he could kill a Viltrumite. And Viltrumites aren't strong like that either. Like, I think Raditz would kill all Viltrumites easy, if I'm being brutally honest with myself. But yeah, I really got it, bro. Is the living universe in Dragon Ball Infinite? Is yes. Um, One thing I couldn't stand about Supernatural's portrayal of God is like it kind of contorts and misconstrues his message a lot. It's very annoying. So like when I kind of see it, it's like, damn, I kind of really do want this motherfucker to be too. Like, 'cause that's not my lord. But um, yeah, bro, I see no videos worth my like worth the effort. 23 hoes, 16, like 9 vicious. I don't disagree, but that doesn't prove that UI Omen won.